RecipeCommunity is a website that's actually run by Woolwork, and it's a place for users to share recipes. So I'm just going to quickly share my screen, and I'll take you guys through how to access it, and then how you can actually import those recipes into your Cookadoo so you can share them. Just got someone else jumping on board. Alrighty, so I'm going to pop up here and I'm just going to go to RecipeCommunity, spell it right, Simon, .com.au. So when you pop in here, it looks just like Cookadoo. So you've got an option there that you can search for recipes. You can type in a name, or if you scroll down the screen, you can see things like recipe of the week. So here we've got a creamy pasta salad, and this has been entered into the system by Tanya H. And I like the looks of this. The week before's previous recipe of the week was the best margarita cocktail. So there you go, guys. So there's lots of good recipes in here. So just like Cookadoo, we can pop on here and we can type in a recipe we're going to make. Now, I'm not bragging, but I think I have the best ginger crunch recipe on the planet. So what I thought I'd do, I'll show you guys how you can, I can see Jill shaking her head. I'm going to show you guys how we go about bringing a recipe from RecipeCommunity into Cookadoo. So I'm going to type in here, Simon's Ginger Crunch, and do a search. Okay, here we go. Now, this recipe is actually based on a public domain recipe, which is actually from the Edmonds Cookbook. Except I've got a couple of little twists in there. I really like crystallized ginger, so I've modified the recipe so that it's got some crystallized ginger in there, but it's just absolutely stunning. It's got the crispy thin base, big pieces of ginger. It just rocks my boat. So if you'd like to add this to your Cookadoo, so you can cook it on the screen of your Thermomix, you can do it really easily. So what I've got here is a recipe in two components, the base and the ginger icing. And here we've got our steps. So I'm going to go to the top right-hand corner of this recipe, and you see there's a big green button here that says Add to Cookadoo. So I'm just going to click on the button that says Add to Cookadoo, and it says, do you want to import this recipe? And I'm going to say, yes, I do. I'm just going to confirm that. Give it a minute, and it's coming in. Now, when you bring it into Cookadoo, you get this screen here. Now, at this point, you can edit the recipe as much as you like. So I can modify the picture, I can change the description if I like, I can change the name. Now, depending upon how the recipe has been entered into RecipeCommunity, you may or may not have to tweak the recipe a little bit. So I'll show you what I mean. So under the preparation steps here, I'm going to go down to step number 10. So step number 10 says, scrape down the bowl and add the rest of the icing ingredients. The only issue is that when this comes up on the Thermomix screen, it's going to say, add the rest of the icing ingredients, instead of giving you a list of what to add in the bowl. So I'm going to quickly edit this step so that it lists the ingredients on the Thermomix screen. So to do that, I'm just going to click on it, scroll down to step 10, and I'm going to delete the section of text that says rest of the icing ingredients. And if you want to add ingredients into onto the Thermomix screen, according to the ingredients in the recipe, all you have to do is click this little button here. So you'll notice we've got the blade, which programs the machine, and we've got the scales, which are the ingredients. So I'm going to click on here, and I'm going to say, in this step, I'm going to ask for I forgot what I'm going to ask for. That's a bit embarrassing, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to ask for half a package of crystallized ginger, roughly chopped. I'm also going to ask for the 2 heaped teaspoons of ground ginger. I'm also going to ask for the 2 heaped tablespoons of golden syrup. And I'm also going to ask for the 75 grams of butter. So now when I come to that step on the Thermomix screen, it's actually going to ask me, and the scales are going to pop up and say, put these ingredients in the bowl. I'm just going to hit the tick to say, yep, that's done. Now, the steps down here that are already in bold, that's because Cockadoo has worked out what it is you want the machine to do. So here it will program the machine to cook it for 5 minutes at 90 degrees. Now, I have discovered that I need to cook this a little bit longer because it's still a little bit crystallized. So I'm going to click on the step. I am going to go to this one here, which is the blade. And this is where we programmed the machine to cook for us. So instead of doing 5 minutes, 90 degrees, speed 1, I'm going to delete that. I'm going to click the blade and I'm going to go to 8 minutes, 100 degrees, speed 1. So it's really easy on the screen to tell the Thermomix how you want it to cook that step. So I'm just going to hit the tick. And now my step says cook for 8 minutes, 100 degrees, speed 1. So when you do import recipes from RecipeCommunity, sometimes they will individually specify the ingredients to go in. Other times they'll say put the rest of the ingredients in. So at which point you'd pop into the recipe, you'd pop in and manually add the ingredients you want added. So that's about as hard as it gets, guys. And don't forget that if you get stuck, reach out to your consultant. We're here to help you. Once you've got your head round it once, it's quite forward, quite easy to do. And I'm just going to now hit done. So what happens to the recipe now is that, I'll go back to the beginning. Under my recipes, under created recipes, this is where it will appear. So if you have a TM7, you would hit the little book picture on the left-hand side of the screen, and then you go to the tab that says created recipes. If you've got a TM6, you go to the 3 lines on the top left-hand corner, you go down to my recipes, and then created recipes, and there they'll be listed. So yeah, as you can see, I'm quite excited about this. I have got quite a few recipes that I've imported. Oh, there's my dogs. That's the dog biscuits I make for them. That's my mum's secret meatloaf recipe. Sorry, I cannot give you that for love nor money. Well, actually, I will. All you got to do is ask. But yeah, it's really good. Anyway, I hope that gave you guys a quick overview of RecipeCommunity. So if you're not using it, please start using it. It is a fantastic resource. Anyway, enough of me prattling on. I think it's about time we showed you some recipes. So the first person up tonight is going to be the lovely Jill. So I'm just going to, hey Jill, how you going?
Hi,
Where are you based, my sweet?
I'm in Auckland and Orecky, and I've been a Thermomix consultant for 11 and a half years.
Nice. And I'm just interested to know, what recipe have you chosen to present tonight?
I am making the chocolate flaxseed avocado cake.
Cool. And what do you like about this cake?
It's got no butter, no sugar. It's dairy-free. Yeah, and it's a healthy cake, and it's guilt-free because I feel I can eat this chocolate cake and not feel guilty.
Sounds like the holy grail. Anyway, my sweet, I am going to disappear myself from the screen, and we are all yours.
Okay. Well, you can see I've got my recipe up here. Can you see my machine okay? So I've already got it done. I've made this many times. So I'm going to start. So it's telling me, enjoy cooking this user created recipe imported by Jill George. Then I've moved on and it's telling me to line a 20 centimetre tin with paper. So I've done that. I will put my oven on to 175 degrees. Now, to make things a little bit quicker tonight, we're going to pretend, because I have already done this. So I would put in my flaxseed. Now, it's got a different name. It can go under linseed. And I was going to mill that for 9 seconds, speed 8, but I've already done it. So here it is here, already milled. And then I will tick that because I've done it. And I would then add the almonds, 90 grams of raw almonds. I don't use roasted almonds, they are raw. I've already milled that as well because it's really noisy. So I thought it's easier just to do it. So I'm ticking that, right? And then I scroll down and I milled that for 10 seconds, speed 8. Now you can repeat if you want it finer. Then, so I'm adding all this to the bowl. I'm going to put that in, right?
So is this a recipe you've added yourself?
It is a
recipe community, Jill, or is it someone else's recipe?
No, it's my recipe. Yeah. And nice. Then I'm putting in cacao powder, which is here. Now I use cacao powder instead of cocoa because cacao is much more natural. You might have heard of cacao nib. It hasn't been processed like cocoa has been processed. So now I'm going to...
So Jill, Monica's just asking, do you have your raw almonds with the skin on?
Yes, never ever take the skin off. Never use anything but almonds with skin on. All the goodness is in the skin. So I'm going to weigh the cacao powder. Oh, 50 grams. Wow. Now, when you do that, it doesn't with this. Sorry, tell a lie. Yeah. Okay, and then I've got 1 teaspoon of baking powder, a quarter of a teaspoon of salt, and I've got cinnamon, and I'm going to put that in. So I just mixed that all up today. Okay, so the next step tells me the next step is it's going to do 5 seconds, speed 5. So it's like sifting all your dry ingredients to do that. Okay. So now, this is a really simple recipe. So there they all are mixed together. So I'm going to add, I'll tear that, I'm going to add 120 grams of plant-based milk. Oh.
What sort of milk are you using, Jill?
I'm using almond milk.
Okay, did you make it yourself?
Yes, oh yeah, I wouldn't buy it. 2 eggs.
Where do you buy the cacao?
Oh, it's the supermarket, Pack and Save everywhere.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's just everywhere. 2 eggs, so I'll cross off that. The milk, the eggs, the vanilla paste here. And I'm just about out of it. And I thought, I've got some I made myself, but I thought I would finish this one off, which I have done. 120 grams of maple syrup, pure maple syrup, I might add. So let's put the scales on. Actually, sorry, I've gone out of here. Here it is. It's not sure. Oh, no, there's the scales, yeah. Okay, 120. I think I should be right there. I measured it.
And I remember when you made this recipe for me, Jill, It's a beautifully, it's a dense, very moist cake, and it's absolutely stunning
Yes.
from what I recall.
So then this, I've got to go out again. 1 to 2 avocados. So I've got the avocados, and I've got to tell you, I actually have avocados here, and I realised they were too green, so I had to go out and buy another lot of avocados. And these are beautiful. Thank goodness they did have. I really ratted through. If you'd seen me in the supermarket trying to rat through to get a right one. So what I love about this is it's just what I call like a one-pot cake. Everything just goes in. You're not having to cream the, like normal butter and sugar and everything like that. Now I'm putting in 1.5 because these are very large. Okay, here we are.
Could you use frozen avocado, Jill?
I find it's got a funny taste. That's me. Okay, so now I'm going to put the lid on, and I'm going to do 7 seconds, speed 5. Now this, maybe I put it in wrong, Simon, but it's not actually coming up like it did before. There.
So, in case you're wondering, Zoom will actually mute the sound if there's a lot of noise coming from the machine. Because although the TM7 is significantly quieter than the 6, it can still generate a fair bit of noise.
Okay, so that's all combined, as you can see. That's your cake done. So I'm going to pour the batter into the tin, and I'm going to be baking it for 35 minutes at 175, and that's a cake.
That is so easy.
I know.
Oh, wow, that is amazing.
It's my secret.
Cool. All good. Hey, thanks, Jill. Much appreciated. All righty. Now, we're going to pass over to the lovely Shanaz. Hi, Shanaz. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you? Just excuse my
I'm
voice,
good.
friends. I've got a croaky voice, but I'm still able to do the class for you guys.
That's awesome. Hey,
Yes.
where are you based, Shanaz?
I'm based in Auckland, and I've been a Thermomix consultant for 7 years now.
Wow, that's amazing. And I'm really excited about your recipe because it's actually one that we did at a Indian class we held out in West Auckland a couple of weeks ago. Do you want to tell everyone what your recipe is?
My recipe is called doklas, and it is a favorite. It is our family favorite, and also a very quick snack to make, because if you have surprise visitors and if they are not fond of sweet dishes, this is what I make, because semolina is always there, mustard seeds are always there, yogurt is always there in the house, so you don't have to run. And rather than offer them chips and something, I really like to make something by myself using my beautiful TM7 or TM6, whatever. Yeah.
Cool.
So,
okay, we're all yours, my sweet. Take us through your recipe.
yeah. So I am going to when it is done, it looks something like this. Can you all see my screen? So it looks something like this.
It is a bit blurred out, Shanaz, but that's okay.
Okay. I'm sorry for that. I'll be able to show you the dish when it is ready more better. So the preparation time is only 5 minutes and the steaming time is 15 minutes. So that should be easy. And by the time your visitors settle down, and it's almost done. So a cup of tea and doklas is very nice to offer them. So I'm going to start. So grease a tray, which I've already done. So if you don't have a tray, you can use your cake tin. But when you use a cake tin, make sure you put skewers down your varoma so that the air goes into the cake tin and doesn't stay down. Otherwise, the doklas don't get cooked. And then drop ginger and coriander. Okay, so I'm going to start. I've not started the recipe. Naughty. Yeah, sorry. So next, drop ginger and
I
coriander
think
in
your
the bowl.
grandson might have blurred your background, my sweet, but that's okay. we can imagine.
That's okay. Drop ginger and coriander in the bowl. It is, I have to edit the recipe. It is ginger and chili, and coriander is used for garnishing. So, excuse me, I just saw the recipe just now that it has coriander. And as Simon said earlier, how you can do it. So, I'm sure I'll do it the same way. When you see my recipe on the screen, this is what you will see. And next, it says 3 seconds. 3 seconds. Speed 7. I think I'll have to edit this recipe, isn't it, Simon?
Well, hey, it's all under your control, my sweet. I
Okay,
think
add semolina.
Shanaz's grandson has been playing with Zoom.
Okay, the beautiful, see if you can see the ginger and this. Oh, ginger and the chili has rounded up. So finally, so now it is add semolina. Please make sure that you use coarse semolina for this dokla recipe, not the fine semolina. So we don't get coarse semolina in Countdown or Pack and Save. You will only get it in an Indian store. So because the fine semolina will make your doklas very dense, and they are not supposed to be dense. So I'm going to add the semolina and add semolina, lemon juice, 1.5 tablespoons of lemon juice, salt, and little bit of turmeric, and oil. So oil is 2 tablespoons.
So, Shanaz, would you say this is a savory dish or a sweet dish?
It's a savory dish, absolutely savory. So 2 tablespoons of oil.
Does it matter which oil you use?
I use the grapeseed oil. I like the grapeseed oil. The olive oil is very strong for doklas. And then I will say and add semolina this and 15 seconds speed 4. See how quiet
So
it is?
in case
I
you
just
missed
love
it,
the TM7 for that.
in case you missed it, Shanaz was saying that it's really important to use coarse semolina in this recipe. If you use fine semolina, you're going to end up with quite a dense cake instead of a light and fluffy one. And we will be sending an email out to everyone with all the recipes we're cooking tonight. So you don't have to worry about writing things down.
Yogurt. So 1/2 cup of yogurt. So I make my yogurt at home all the time. And in fact, there is a big bowl of yogurt in my fridge even now.
Your yogurt looks very thick, Shanaz.
Yes. That's the best thing about I really tried my yogurt the first time from the TM 5 days, and I have loved this recipe. It's and 1/2 cup of add yogurt and 1/2 cup of water. And 15 seconds, speed 4.
So Shanaz, Ruth is just asking,
Yes.
what yogurt recipe do you use?
Sorry.
might be a bit loud with your Thermomix. What yogurt recipe do you use?
Pardon me?
What yogurt recipe do you use?
I have a recipe which me and my friend have really worked on it. So I'm happy to share that recipe with you. Or I think I have shared it with you, and I'm happy for you to give it out to people. So add
Cool. So we'll put that in
yogurt.
the email.
And now add Eno's fruit salt. So this is the Eno's fruit salt I use, friends. Please don't bring the orange color fruit salt because your doklas will become orange. And I did that mistake first time. And like, I'm wondering, I have put turmeric, I have put everything. Why did my orange? And then I removed the bottle from my pantry and I see, oh no, I brought the orange color Eno's fruit salt. So I just add 1.5 tablespoons of.
Is that something we'd get from an Indian supermarket, Shanaz?
Yes, yeah, you get it in an Indian supermarket. So it's 1.5 teaspoon of, sorry. And then mix for another 15 seconds. So basically the recipe is just mixing it every time you add an ingredient for 15 seconds and speed 4.
So it's another
Batter is all
all-in-one
ready.
bowl recipe.
I'm going to put it in my tray. And we'll put it for steaming for 15 minutes. And I'm sure by the time all my other colleagues finish, I will be done with my doklas.
Cool. So Shanaz, when you
Yes.
steam it, is it quite a thin batter? Like you couldn't put it in like a taller container to steam it?
So this is the batter. This is how the batter looks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to pour it in the tray. You can see how it is. And it will fluff up. And they're very nice and light to eat. So people eat quite a bit. At least my family eats, my daughter's family eats, my friends love this recipe. And I've taken it to a Thermomix gathering and everybody has liked it. So it is a family favorite for us. And then you put in hot water to steam, because I have learned that when you put cold water, it doesn't steam up very quickly. So then you will have to increase the time. So if you put boiling water, so I'm going to put boiling water and put it in the varoma and steam it up for you. And then we will just add mustard seeds and oil on the top as a garnishing and coriander on the top. So that's it, Sai. You can move on.
Cool.
I'm going to put hot
So
water.
you're just going to pop that in your varoma and steam that?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So now we're going to jump over to the lovely Julia. Hi, the lovely Julia. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Sai. Tonight I'm
And where are you based?
Oh, I'm based in Auckland, central Auckland, Herne Bay.
Thank you for jumping on tonight, because I know you haven't been feeling very well.
No, thank you. It's great to be here. Tonight I'm going to be taking you through a really simple recipe. It's for a kale, lemon and chilli salad. And the reason why I've chosen this one tonight is because it's quick, but also because it also fulfills the function of filling my daughter's lunchbox and my own for tomorrow. And it's a salad that I've put on cookie dough, I think back in 2015, I think. So it's been around a long time and it's still a family favourite. It's super easy, and kale's in season at the moment as well. Most of the ingredients you'll actually have, other than the kale, you'll probably have in your fridge or store cupboard. So it's a really super easy one, all done within a minute.
Can I ask a stupid question?
Yes.
I am not a great kale fan. In fact, I run for the hills when kale comes out on the table. Is this salad something that disguises the kale flavour, or does it?
I think so. It's got the added value of some umami that you get from the Parmesan cheese. And you've also got 3 cloves of garlic, so that's going to definitely disguise some flavour of the kale if that's a problem for you. We've also got chili flakes, some extra virgin olive oil here, and also some lemon juice. So I don't think you should be too afraid of the kale in this recipe, Si.
And I was also reading in the notes that you mentioned that you should let the salad sit for a while before you eat it.
Yes.
What's the reasoning behind that?
That macerates it. So I think the Thermomix is fantastic at macerating kale. If you eat kale straight away, it can actually be quite hard to absorb and also to digest. So it's actually quite good to do it ahead of time. The blades actually macerate really well with all of the dressing ingredients as well.
Oh, thank you for that. Well, take us through your recipe. Can't wait to see it.
Fantastic. So this is the kale, lemon and chili salad, which you'll find on RecipeCommunity. It's an oldie, but a goodie. I'm just going to go, and this would probably feed 4 people or one very hungry teenage daughter and myself. It takes a total of 1 minute, so it's a super quick and easy one. The ingredients that we've got in here are 50 grams of Parmesan, 3 cloves of garlic, 2 lemons, a little bit of chili, a little bit of lemon juice, extra virgin olive oil, and about 200 grams, which is a nice big bowl here of kale. And I've just stripped that off the stalky rough bits. And a bit of salt and pepper to add to that as well. So I'm going to go into my start button here, and it's going to break it all down for me. Here, so we're going to place our Parmesan cheese. So it's going to weigh our Parmesan cheese in here. So we've got 50 grams, or 51 apparently. Yeah, and we're going to blitz that up for 10 seconds on speed 10 now. Because this is one that I did a while ago, I'm still doing that slightly manually. So I'm going to pop that on. It could be noisy, but I think that the Zoom will stop for that. So I'm just going to blitz up that. Parmesan is one of my favorite things to blitz up in the Thermomix. It's so fantastic. It's so quick and easy. Really easy to do things like a gratin as well. Pop in some garlic, a couple of slices of bread, blitz it up. Fantastic on things like chicken thighs or on a lamb rack. It's going to turn.
Oh, so while Julia's busy milling down her Parmesan, my top tip if you are using Parmesan is throw in some lemon peel. Because lemon and Parmesan is just the most amazing combination. So when I am grating my Parmesan, I take 2 or 3 slices of lemon peel, about 4 centimeters long, put them in the bowl with the Parmesan, and it just really elevates the flavor.
So as you can see, our Parmesan is now basically been grated right down to a powder. I've popped that in a bowl aside, and I'm going to be adding that at the end. So next up, I've got 3 cloves of garlic. I'm going to throw those in, and I'm going to very quickly, oops, I'm going to very quickly add that for just 5 seconds on speed 7, sorry, 7 seconds on speed 5. So I'm just going to do that now. And in fact, actually, I might just do it less because I don't mind having the larger bits of garlic in there. So here we go, speed 5, here we go.
As you can see, one of the big differences between the TM6 and the 7 is the size of the screen. And it does actually make quite a dramatic difference, as you can see on the on what Julia's doing.
And you'll see here that, you know, just 5 seconds on speed 5, all of that garlic has been absolutely pulverized. To that, I'm going to add a sprinkle of chili flakes, and I'll put in quite a bit because my daughter and I quite like chili, and this should ward away the Dracula.
Does it have to be flakes, or would you use fresh chili?
I would say, yes, you could definitely use fresh chili, and I would say you'd probably use maybe a 1/4 to a 1/2 fresh chili, and you could add it at the same step as the garlic and blitz that up. I've just got some dried chili flakes because I didn't have some fresh stuff. So I'm just going to add a good glug of extra virgin olive oil. and some lemon juice. Now this is the lemon juice of 2 lemons. Sometimes I also like to add the zest. So I've got a little bit of zest in here as well, just to make it super lemony. So I'm going to add that to it as well. And I'm just going to give that a quick blitz just to emulsify slightly. So I'm just going to pop that in here. And I'll just go, oops, sorry, 5 seconds on speed 5. Here we go. So we're just blitzing that.
Amazing. So for you guys, if you do use the recipe community, well, I'd love to know your favorite recipes or the favorite things you cook. So if you'd like to pop it into the chat, we're always after inspiration. I'm secretly hoping that one or two of you is making my ginger crunch, but that's okay. I'm not going to push it.
Now I'm going to
But I'd
add
love to
in,
hear what you guys are making.
I'm just going to add in the 200 grams of kale. And you could also, if you didn't want to use all kale, you could have some spinach in there as well, would be delicious. And also if you wanted to, you could also add something like some almonds or some seeds as well to the salad, would also make it excellent. So I'm just going to pop this in. And again, we're going to go 5 seconds on speed 5. And 5 seconds on speed 5 is one of my favorite ones. That's the one that I use if I want to chop up something like an onion or a carrot or celery or anything like that. If I was making a soup, 5 seconds on speed 5, 5 on 5 is my sort of go-to time. So 5 on 5 for our kale as well. I'm just going to press go.
I'm quite perplexed by this recipe.
And I'm going to have a quick look at that and give it a quick stir. Sorry, I've got my spatula here. Just give it a quick stir because it's quite a lot of kale and it's sitting at the top. So I'm going to give that another blitz. And again, just repeat that stage as often as it needs and just give it a little bit of a tamp down. I'm just going to add that again. There we go. I'm just going to add hopefully that sounds good.
This might be the recipe that saves kale for me, you know.
So, and again, sorry, I've got a couple of wayward bits of kale that are not playing the game tonight, which is annoying, but I'm going to just shove them down. Give it another quick whiz. And again, 5 on 5. Whoops. And let's see, let's hope that this time round that it collects it.
So how long would you let the salad sit before you eat it, Julia?
What was that?
How long would you let the salad sit for before you eat it?
Oh, half an hour would be plenty. If you're able to wait that long, my daughter would eat it out of the bowl now. But equally, this is a really good salad in that it keeps for a couple of days. So you can keep it in a glass jar in the fridge. So this will go straight into my daughter's lunchbox for tomorrow. And then I'm just adding our parmesan in and just giving that a very quick whiz to stir. And here we go. Here we go. And
wow,
that's our salad, all done. So if I
nice and easy.
very, very easy. And you'll see here, I'll just pour it into a salad bowl. You'll see here that it'll delicious. Oops, heaps more in there, sorry. So you'll see here, it's Fantastic. Delicious, lemony, garlicky kale. Got to be good for you. Lots and lots of antioxidants in there. So definitely give it a try.
Awesome. Hey, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I will give it a go. I'm not, as I said, I'm not very keen on kale, but I'll trust your judgment on this.
Yeah, I can convert you.
True. Cool. Hey, thanks very much, Julia. We're
You're
going to
welcome.
pass over now to the lovely Bex.
Hey,
Hi,
Simon.
Bex. How are you?
Oh, good. Now I was trying to work out the camera angle before. Is that okay, the way I've got that?
Yep, that's
Sorry,
fine.
I'm a bit techo-challenged.
That's all right. So, Bex, where are you based, my sweet?
I'm based in Northcote in Auckland.
And how many online classes have you presented at?
This is my first one.
Well, hey.
So this is my first class. So I'm not too sure what. Obviously, I've seen a few of the demonstrations this evening, and it's a little bit foreign to me, but I'll do my best.
Awesome. So, what have you chosen to demonstrate for us tonight?
I'm doing a community's favourite brown rice salad. Nice and filling. If you're going to a barbecue, it's quite a nice dish to take along with you. Nice and quick and easy. I have already done the rice. I did that last night. They do recommend to do the rice the day before. So I've already, there it is there, which has been in the fridge. So I've just
So,
taken
what did you do to the rice? Is it just steamed?
just steamed. Yes, correct. Yeah, it took 40 minutes last night.
Okay, and what sort of rice is it? Is it a long grain or what
It's
sort of rice?
yeah, good question. It's a short grain. However, when I went to the supermarket, the only rice that I could actually get was unfortunately this one here. So it's a medium grain. So I wasn't really spoiled for choice. So but that's okay. I'm sure it will turn out absolutely fine.
Cool. All righty, take us through your recipe.
Okay, great. All right. So I've got all the ingredients here in the bowl. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to skip the things that's obviously been done. Okay, so I am going to place 60 grams of soya sauce. So I've already measured everything. So we'll put that in.
I love how organised you are.
Cool, so that's the soya sauce. We've got 50 grams of freshly squeezed lemon juice. So I've got lemon juice here, which I'm going to pour in. And then we've got extra virgin olive oil. So I've got good old Loopy, which I actually import. So I'm going to put that into here. We bring that out of Italy for the company I work for.
Oh, you could be a very good contact to know then. You could be an oil dealer if that's such a thing.
So I've added, so this is the dressing that I've just done. So I've added all those ingredients. So I'm just going to go next. And then it's asked me to mix for 3 seconds on speed 5. So I'll just put that on.
Now, in case you're wondering, the recipe that Bex is making is from RecipeCommunity, but we do have a collection in Kokadu, which is a handful of favourite recipes. So if you do go into Kokadu and if you hunt out, I think it's called RecipeCommunity Favourites, there is a collection there, and on the collection is this recipe.
Cool, so that's all mixed. It's asked me to transfer to the serving bowl with the rice. So I'm going to combine that with the rice that I've got set aside. So I'm going to pour that over the rice. Cool, okay. So next step is, hasn't asked me to wash it out, so I'm just going to continue on. We've got spring onions. So I've already got those cut up, so I'm going to chuck those in. And it's also asked me for 10 sprigs of parsley.
Do you use the stalks or just the leaves?
Just the leaves, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now it's asking me to chop. So 3 seconds on speed.
And again, Zoom's just going to mute us briefly.
Thanks. Then it's asked me to transfer to the serving bowl with rice, and then I'm going to add 1 red capsicum. Now I haven't actually diced the capsicum, so I'm going to do that. I'm actually going to do that now. So let me just pour. I'm just going to put these into here.
So this is a really popular recipe, and the secret to this recipe is actually making the salad the day before. So if you are thinking of bringing this to a function or having it for dinner, it's if you make it the day before, let it sit in the fridge overnight, the flavour changes quite dramatically.
Okay, so it's asked for 1 red capsicum diced and also roasted cashews. Look, I've already got the roast, so I'm going to. I've already got the capsicums already chopped up. I'm just going to put them into the salad. And I've got the cashews already measured out, so I'm going to chuck those in. And we've also got some currants, 150 grams of currants. So I'll put those onto the salad as well.
Cool. So if you didn't have currants, what do you think you could substitute it with?
Just sultanas. Sultanas should be sufficient.
Nice.
And so I'll just give this a bit of a mix. Just bear with me.
Now I have to ask, in all honesty, have you made this recipe before?
No, I haven't. First time. So there you go.
Woohoo.
And I'm on a diet, so I won't be eating any of this. I started the ThermoFit with Nomi last Monday, so I'm on quite a strict eating plan, which I'm absolutely loving the flavour. So my partner's got this. I guess I'll get him to take it to work. So there you go. How quick and easy was that?
Nice and easy. But yeah, as I said, I would recommend eat it the following day, because the flavour does elevate so much more. Hey, thanks, Bex. You did a great job of presenting. Well done.
Thanks, Guy. Cheers.
No problem. We're now going to flick over to the lovely Steph. Hi, the lovely Steph. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Whereabouts are you based?
I'm also Central Auckland. I'm just off Ponsonby Road.
Nice. And what dish have you chosen to make for us tonight?
I have chosen my Steph's zhushed up, because I've just learned how to spell it. It's one of those words I've said for many years, and I went to write it down and I thought, I have no idea. So it's a hummus platter, and basically you can just change it up and you can make it, use a small dish, or you can use a huge platter, just depending on what the numbers are you're catering for. And
nice.
It's a bit like doing a smoothie bowl. You can get a bit creative and just decorate it at the end so it looks more interesting.
Awesome. Cool. Take us through your recipe.
Okie dokie. So we've got, well, what I recommend is get dried chickpeas. I usually get a kilo. So this is one batch. This is about a can's batch that has come out of the freezer this morning. And we're just going to put that in with 2 cloves of garlic. It's just far more economical way. By the time you've soaked them overnight and then cooked them, you end up with several cans worth of chickpeas. So it's 10 seconds speed 8.
Cool. And if you aren't already following Steph, I will put all the social links in the email. Steph has got a page called Living Well with Steph, and she also does a regular class which is called Foodie Friday, and that's at the Mount Wellington head office, and Steph will take you through how to do some meal prep and planning. So it's a great class. Oh, I think Steph might have some eyebrows on her filter. Looks like a little butterfly following you around the screen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's okay.
I don't think my grandsons have been on it either. I don't know where that's come from.
It'll be your husband.
Just want a stiffish paste. And when you're cooking the chickpeas, it's good to do put a little bit of bicarb soda in it. It softens it up, and I think it makes it a bit more gut friendly for people who find it a bit harder to process. I know my son-in-law gets tummy ache from too much grains and pulses. So next up, we're just adding the lemon juice, which is in here, tahini paste. If you haven't made tahini paste before, do it. I mean, basically all it is sesame seeds. I'd be interested to know in the chat if how many people have or haven't made it. Because if you put tahini into the main search bar on Cookodoo, you'll see so many recipes that use it. So well worth making. So in is going lemon juice, tahini paste, and some salt. And then I just want to put a bit of olive oil in. It's about 20 grams, so basically a tablespoon.
Could you use any
we
oil,
just-
Steph?
Pardon?
Could you use any oil? Because olive oil is quite expensive at the moment.
Yeah, you could use use what you would normally use. I tend to still use olive oil because it's not a huge amount, and it's not being cooked on a high temperature, so it's a Mediterranean eating. It's good healthy option. So this basically we're going to put it on 1 minute, and I've got some water here which I put some ice cubes into, so it's really cold, because you can actually put ice cubes straight in there, but you'd go a higher speed, and that makes it creamier whenever you put ice cubes in anyway. So yeah, basically got a minute till it sounds like it's done its stuff.
I do like those eyebrows, Steph. So what's the weight of water you're putting in there?
It's just water with some ice cubes in it.
So you don't actually have a weight of water, it's just pour it in
Oh,
until
it was about
gets to the...
it was about 100 mils,
Okay.
but already that's kind of going to be okay. And that
Oh,
was,
wow, look at that.
only 10 seconds. So do you want me to plate it up now? Or
That would be amazing if you could show us how you would serve the dish, yeah.
okay, I might just do it on my little one because I've got visitors tomorrow night, and then I can use the rest for them.
How long would that last for in the fridge, Steph?
Pardon?
How long would that hummus last for in the fridge?
I'd do have it a few days, but when I do the big batches with kilos and stuff, I stick it in containers and freeze it, and then just bring it out as we want it. Because
Nice.
I've got grandsons who eat it by the bucket load now too. So I'm just going to do a small portion there so you can quickly see, and we can speed this up. So just use whatever you've got. I think it's really good to use your Thermomix for pantry staples. Usually I'd put some cherry tomatoes on, but at $10 a punnet, I thought, no, I'm not. Basically, you just want a variety of colors. So having some caramelized onions in your fridge is always a good thing to have. So for the red, I've just put in I bought some of the roasted capsicum. And what I usually do is I don't cover it all up. I like using these sprouts, can you see, for the colour, just some colour and texture. But as you can see, I'm leaving some space so that people can see it's actually hummus under there. Pomegranates are always a goodie.
Wow, that looks amazing. It looks like a restaurant quality meal you got there.
Well, you can get quite arty-farty with it. And then having dukkha, make some dukkha. It lasts for ages. Having that in your pantry is always good too. So just sprinkle some of that over.
Is that homemade dukkha?
Yes.
Love it.
They did a big batch.
Awesome.
I mean, one amount of energy, cook smarter, not harder is my motto. Do make the chili oil. I've been loving this, and I just keep topping it up. It's got quite a few sesame seeds in it as well. And when you put it, if you have a look on my Instagram feed, when you put it on your soups and things, it kind of goes iridescent, and you can see all the all the chickpeas through it. I mean, all the sesame seeds through it. And then if you want to, you can use something like sumac, which is a Mediterranean spice blend, which has sort of got a citrusy component to it. And then you just,
Awesome.
Herbs, got to have some green, always got to have some green. So yeah.
That looks amazing. Cool. Hey, thank you, Steph. We're just going to switch back to the lovely Shanaz now. How are things looking, Shanaz? How are your steaming going?
Wait, 1 second. Am I muted or I'm okay?
Yep, we can hear you.
So this is my lovely doklas, and you can cut it into any shape you like. Most of the time we cut it into diamonds, and you just need to scoop a knife, let it cool down for like 2 minutes, scoop a knife, and then just reverse the plate on a wooden board, and you can cut it. So this is how the doklas, and trust me, it will be gobbled up very quickly because my husband is on night shift today. He gets very hungry by the time he comes home at 9 o'clock. So I'm sure he is going to eat them all today. Yeah.
Awesome.
And you can also
Shanaz,
add some, pardon me,
how long would that last in the fridge?
or it will last for 3 to 4 days. And you
Okay.
can add vermicelli, I don't know how to explain that, but you get vermicelli in an Indian shop, which is a savory. So some people add it as a little topping on it. Some people also add yogurt on it, and some people add tamarind chutney on it. So it all depends upon a person's liking as to how they would like to eat it.
Cool. Thank you. Awesome. So we're going to finish up the class now by switching back to the lovely Jill. And we're kind of hoping with our timing that maybe Jill's cake might be about ready to come out of the oven. How are we going for timing, Jill?
5
Oh,
minutes. But I'll tell you what, I'd like to just say something about the recipe community, which I know Steph will know, and maybe Julia. So the recipe community was started because we didn't have cookie dough. We only had recipe books. And then we were so excited when the TM5 came out and we could slap on those chips. So the recipe community was a platform where we were able to add our own recipes, and that's how it started. So we all used to add our own recipes, and you could go in and you could Google in there a recipe that wasn't in the recipe book. So that's important to know long before cookie dough.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Jill, for your cake, just
Yes.
so we can finish up the class,
Yes.
what would you glaze that with?
Okay. So I have here, I won't do it now. I'll do it because I'm serving it to some people on, tomorrow. This is
Is
chocolate.
that including me? Are you going to send me over a slice?
You've had it. I brought it to you.
Doesn't mean I couldn't do with another piece.
Well, you can come and visit me. I'll let you.
Okay.
This is dark chocolate. I use the Whittaker's Dark Ghana. And I have the coconut oil. So what I will do is I will put the chocolate into my bowl, into my clean, dry bowl, and I blitz it probably, 8 seconds, speed 8, till it's fine. And then I would add the coconut oil to it. And then I would heat it. I would do about 3 minutes at 90 degrees, speed 1. And then that will form a beautiful topping, frosting, whatever you like. And then what I've been putting on it is the dried raspberries. Oh, see, I put the timer on. Now, Simon, have you told people that it's got a timer? The TM7's got a timer.
It does. Does that mean your cake's ready to come out? Are we able to have a look?
Yeah.
Yvonne's just popped up there that she's made the crunchy munchy muesli bars. They are really good. If you haven't tried them, you need them in your life, people.
Okay. Are you ready?
Ooh, look at that. Wow, that looks very luscious.
Yes. So remember, it's got no butter. It's got no sugar. It's got no flour. And when I go to places and I say, oh, I've just made a cake with no butter, no flour, no sugar, people say, well, what's in it? Because people just can't get their head around the fact that you don't have to use all those, things, ingredients.
Absolutely. And it's always fun to go experimenting with new ingredients and things that you haven't had before. I'm just trying to track down Bex.
And
Where's
Julia,
Bex gone?
I will tell you, she will know the best ginger crunch. It's the ultimate ginger crunch.
It is very good.
It's
Oh,
the
stop.
best.
Stop. We're not going to
cook-off,
have an
Julia.
argument in the class.
We'll have a ginger crunch cook-off.
Okay, I think it might be time to mute Jill. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us for our class tonight. I hope we gave you a little bit of an insight into the recipe community. It is an amazing resource, and we're really hoping that you'll go in and use a bit more of it, import it into Kokadu, and if you've got those recipes that are yours and you want to share with the world, please drop them on Recipe Community so that we can all enjoy them.